Hello.
Two crazy Hollywood mamas.
Yes. And guess what we're doing today?
Caramel corn.
Yeah, regular caramel corn, and this is almond crunch.
Yeah. Nuts again.
Nuts. I love nuts. I told y'all that the last time.
All right.
So we're gonna try this caramel corn.
All right. This is Thatcher brand caramel corn, which is San Francisco style. See, it's got a little
and this one
cable
is too.
car.
Look, this is Thatcher's too.
Little cable car. Let's check it out. I mean, you can't go wrong with caramel corn.
No.
I mean, it's probably not as good as my homemade recipe, but...
No. You know the last time I had caramel corn?
Oh my god. That's not bad. When?
When we went to the movie. Remember I was in Nocturnal Animals?
How could I forget?
And when I went to the screening that Tom was doing a Q&A afterwards, the theater had caramel corn.
Oh.
It was so good.
Man, that's something you don't see very often.
We got it at the theater.
That's my kind of movie theater. Sure.
Of course, this one's got nuts in it. Speaking of nuts, that reminds me of my family.
Mine too, but go ahead.
I have to say, I have this is pretty good. I have a family. We are rednecks. I have a rednecks in my family. We grew up in rural Tennessee, and I have some rednecks. And like one time, when my aunt died, her son came into the funeral home, and he said, "Now I can't stay for visitation tonight because my son's got a wrestling match."
A wrestling match.
You know you're a redneck if you can't attend your grandma's visitation because you got a wrestling match. That's a redneck for you.
That's a redneck.
And so, at the funeral, a lot of funny stuff happened. Number one, my daughter had never been to a funeral home. She'd never been to a funeral. And
that's probably a good thing.
And it was at a time when my mother was, they had told her to get her affairs in order because she wasn't going to be here very long. She had had a heart attack and there was really not a lot they could do. And so before my mother died, Dana said, well, she wanted to go to my Aunt Bessie's funeral because she needed some funeral experience. I'd never quite heard it put that way. She needed funeral experience. So, okay, it was in Murfreesboro, and I told her where to come. And she walks in, and my cousin Roger and I are sitting in a pew, and he's got his arm around the back of me. And we're just sitting there talking, and I hear my name, Peggy, Peggy! And I turn around, and it's my daughter. And I said, hey, baby, come on up here. And she goes, who is that man? And I said, oh, this is my cousin Roger. And she goes, Mother, you don't come to a funeral to find a date. And I said, no, baby, this is my cousin Roger. And she says, that's worse. That's even worse. Yeah, that was really funny. So then at the day of this service, before the service, I look up and there's a woman standing at the casket sobbing, okay? Aww. And she's in a cut-off sweatshirt. All the sleeves are cut out, and on the back it says, get her done. And I swear, so we go out, and the funeral's over, and we take, Bessie, they put Bessie in the hearse or whatever, and we're all going to the cemetery, right? And so the cemetery is out in Woodbury, Tennessee. It's a little, podunk town. It's 2-lane street getting there. And there's, I got 90 first cousins or something like that.
Oh my gosh.
And so
I probably do
there were so many trucks in the funeral procession. There were big 4-wheel drive trucks, and they either had deer antlers or gun racks.
I was just going to ask that.
All this chrome and these big wall, and yeah, it's like the big mud tires and stuff. And so we're going up the street, and of course in Tennessee people still pull over out of respect for the dead. So they pull over, and as we're passing them, you can see that everybody's going, redneck, redneck, redneck. Every time a vehicle went by, they're going, another redneck, and there's another redneck. That's a redneck funeral, honey. I know they're all like, that's a redneck funeral. I know that they all talked about it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it was pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
So I still haven't found any of my family members in here.
No nuts.
I have to dig for the nuts.
Aw, man, and they're like a whole
they're
bunch.
here,
Oh.
right? They're here. But
Well,
they're like moonshiners. They hide. I know.
That's hilarious.
That's another story.
Oh, shoot.
I reach for a nut and I get some popcorn.
There you go.
That's not good. Okay, so
Well,
now go ahead.
at my father's funeral, you know, we had a service, you know, the open casket thing. And, yeah, everybody there, except maybe a few of us, were dressed nicely. Everybody else, yeah, they were in jeans and flip-flops and shorts.
Yep.
And tank tops.
Yeah. I had a cousin show up, and just like that, flip-flops and tank shirt, and wanted to be a pallbearer at my daddy's funeral. We're like, no.
Oh my god.
No, this is not happening. You don't have a suit on. You're not carrying my daddy.
Odd.
That was funny.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
So, what's the story about the moonshine?
Oh, when I was a little bitty girl, we lived way the heck out in the country. And it was just like, we lived in a little bitty house.
Uh-huh.
And there was only two of us, my brother and me, at that point. Well, Daddy was gone, and the lights went out. It was storming real bad, and the lights were out. So, because it was so far out in the woods, electricity would go out every time it stormed. So we were sitting out on the back porch. It was summer.
Okay.
And Mom was sitting out on the back porch, and me and Cubby were out there with her. And car pulled into the driveway, and he was shining his lights directly on us sitting on the porch. And he opens the door, and you could see this man. He had a hat on, and he said he was from the Internal Revenue Service.
Whoa.
And he was looking for moonshiners in the neighborhood.
Oh my God.
And he said, Miss Fields, he said, I understand that the Turners around here run moonshine. My mama goes, the Turners? Well, Lord knows, she says, the Turners are not moonshiners. She said, they're in church every Sunday. We didn't go to church. We didn't go to church. So Cubby and I were behind my mama going, what? So about this time, a truck drives up, and it was another neighbor. And he gets out of the car, and he out of his truck, and he goes, Miss Fields, are you okay? Because he saw my daddy's truck went home, and there was somebody in the driveway.
Oh.
So he went to check and make sure we were all okay. So she says, yeah, buddy, come on up here on the porch. Now keep in mind, she didn't invite the revenue agent up on the porch. She let him stand in the rain.
Wow.
She invited Buddy, the neighbor, up on come on up on the porch out of the rain, buddy. And she said, this man's from the Internal Revenue Service. She said, hey, somebody told them that the Turners run moonshine. And Buddy was the town drunk. We loved him. He was a nice man, but he was the town drunk.
Okay.
And he said, why, Lord, no. He said, the Turners sit on the front row with me every Sunday at church. And we knew Buddy didn't go to church either. Oh, it was really funny. And, as it turns out, the Turners were moonshiners. They had pigs. And of course, I don't know if you know the pig story, but moonshiners have pigs because the smell of the hogs covers up the smell of the cooking mash.
Whoa.
So, so every time they move their steel, they move their pigs. I know, it's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, pretty funny.
That must be quite an interesting smell. Either way, that's terrible.
Yeah. Sour
makes
mash
me-
and pig shit.
Holy cow. That makes me want to watch Fried Green Tomatoes.
Yeah. Or Deliverance.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, 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 ding. I know, isn't it funny?
That is very funny.
Cool.
All right. Well, it's not bad. I mean, I didn't spend a lot on this, so, it's not too bad.
It's not bad, but I can't get to
They
the nuts.
lied about the nuts.
Look, I can't get to them. Every time wait, I'm almost getting to a nut.
And I think there's 10 nuts.
I
in the whole
like
bag.
nuts. Nuts. I like nuts.
But you like it better when they're covered in chocolate.
They're still attached. Oh, I did not say that. Anyhow, This is pretty good.
Thanks for joining us. Ooh, look at this one.
Ooh, that's a big one. I got another nut.
She's happy.
I am happy. Y'all come back and I'll tell some more redneck stories. Bye.
Bye.